Hi Sagittarius. Hello Sagittarius Singles. Welcome to your love reading today. Look, I've pulled a totem for you as your overall energy, and it's a leaf. Now, we haven't got into the reading yet, so let's see where this is going. But generally, a leaf spiritually is about growth, also about change, like starting over. And when I say death, it could just be the ending of something and the beginning of something, because it's also about the circle of life. Okay, and of course it can also symbolize happiness, so it could mean a lot of things, but we won't know more what it means for you, Sagittarius, in your reading until we get into the reading. So welcome. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, so be sure to check your chart for whatever else is there. This is a general reading, so not everything is going to resonate. Don't worry if it doesn't. There's always something, there's a reason you've landed here, so there's going to be something here that connects for you. And if there's not, don't worry about that either, next time. But I do feel very strongly when Spirit has a message for you, they'll find a way, to get it to you. So, all right, so right off the bat, we have the Four of Swords. So this is telling me either you are in a period right now of just kind of solitude and renewing yourself, or it's something you might need, but let's wait and see. Because look, we do have the leaf there and a change. So it could be that some of you have just had some kind of you're getting over and ending here and getting yourself ready for new love or possibly a reconnect, but let's keep going. Thank you, Spirit, Guides, and Angels. What do you have for Sagittarius today? By the way, I am beginning your reading with a Raben tarot deck. It's in German. In English, it's Raben, I believe, just for those of you interested. I am in Austria, so sometimes my stuff is in German. Welcome, cross watchers, as well. You might find that some of this is resonating with you. Look, the Queen of Cups. Okay, very interesting. So now this could be you. Maybe have been in need of some nurturing too. I feel like this could be you. It could be that you were doing it you were there for somebody else, and it ended, but I feel like that this is you. And look, there's a lot of starfish here with the Queen of Cups, and spiritually a starfish can sometimes represent like taking something that maybe was not, it could be bad, but it could also just be negative or toxic or whatever, however you want to see that, and kind of like repurposing it, like making something good out of something bad. That's what I want to say. And I do feel like that's what's happening for you, or you're just coming out of that energy. And if not, this is a direct message for you from Spirit to take care of yourself, and that you might need some healing and some support. So be sure to reach out. And it does look like some of you are trying to heal. I mean, it's like the picture is kind of crazy. It's like a bird, heads up, the feet sticking in the air. But you've put your sword down, like whatever has happened to you, you've had enough. You want to heal. You want to find love. Again, there's a lot of emotions surrounding it. So some of you could have had a pretty big ending with a partner. So take that as it resonates. And you could just be feeling, emotionally exhausted and ready to move on. And, take the time you need to heal before you allow this new love to come in. And for some of you, I do feel like there might be children involved. So this could be, like I said, a partner, a long-term partner that you've separated, possibly even divorced from, or there's just some energy going around custody with children. But the point is you're here for love, and you are going to get love. So don't worry, Sag, okay? But it does look like right now, either you're healing now or needing healing, or you're coming out of that. But if this is something that you haven't been doing, Spirit wants to remind you to take care of yourself here. You might be taking care of so many other people, because look, we also have people here in the window while you're laying there trying to get it together, take care of yourself. You're still taking care of other people. Yeah. And there's a lot of emotions surrounding it. And while it's good to be a nurturing, healing person, you need to take care of yourself too, okay? And look, yeah, there's the King of Wands there. And that's also about being courageous, you know, and taking a chance. And I feel like I'm kind of leading things. And I really do feel like for some of you, you had a pretty big ending. Could have been a divorce. But this is another message from Spirit to be strong, because look, you are going to have love come in again, and it's going to be a doozy. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a really strong, there's some soulmate, twin flame energy here. And I just feel like you're trying to get the strength to reemerge into love is the energy here. And take care of yourself, because it does look like you're taking, whoa, okay, now that's, that was me being a sloppy shuffler. So I'm going to have to let those cards go, because there are a lot and they're everywhere. Excuse me. It happens sometimes. I'm going to get a better grip here on these cards. But yeah, it's really about just being courageous through this change, because this is about change. You know, with the leaf, it's about the cycle of life. And happiness is also part of this totem for you, Sag. So there is happiness at the end for you. And I do see love coming and an offering as well. This could be a date, asking you out on a date. And if this is a reconnection with somebody, quite possibly the same. You guys could have been in this cycle for a long time, and you've just gone full circle, and you both are just ready to totally start over. So take this as it resonates. But for many of you, I really do feel like that you're ready to move on. Okay, but you're still a little bit stuck in this energy of the past, because you can see here that it's really heavy. There was some conflict and a lot of emotion involved. And like I said, there could be some children involved for some of you. Thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels. What do you have for, there's two here, for Sagittarius? Yeah, look, the Seven of Cups. Okay, so it could be for some of you that you were with a person or people that just had commitment issues. It could be you too, you know, Sagittarius. You know, you could have had them yourself, but I really feel like for most of you that you're coming out of a connection here, and, you know, that they just weren't committing to you, or they had other choices and situations going on. But the other thing here is, look, it could be that you're going to be, if not now, faced with these decisions. It could be happening for you in the future. It could be happening at an event. Where you're going for family or friends. It could be that you are having a reunion with somebody. And, you know, but there's a lot of choices for you too here. And look, there is a snake here, so be careful with your choices if that's what's happening for you. If it's a reconnect with someone that you've had conflict with. Swords oftentimes can represent some conflict. So it could be with somebody in your past, with this person, you know. Maybe not. Take that as it resonates. But you're clearly healing, or in need of healing. You definitely need to take care of yourself and conjure, get up some strength here for yourself for this change you're going through, or that's happening. But love is coming. Love is on the table for you. But Spirit wants to remind you to just be careful and trust yourself and look at what it is that you want, and because you're quite emotional right now, understandably, or you were. Okay, so now we have the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, so this could be for some of you somebody wanting to come back and fix it and work it out. It could also be that this does involve, like I said, children in a partnership, and they just want to, both of you maybe want to move on from this chapter so that you're able to open yourself up again. Interesting. Now, sometimes in a love reading, other, you know, messages could pop up. So I also feel like for some of you that this could be some financial stuff going on here, and you needing to kind of figure out what it is you want to do. Now that's just a message I felt like, or change direction somehow. Take that as it resonates. That won't be for everyone, but I felt Spirit telling me to tell you that. Let's get one more, please, for Sagittarius. Thank you. Wow, look, the Eight of Cups. So there's a lot of emotional energy, and it does look like you, if you aren't, you were, or you will be moving, like stepping back a little bit and thinking about what it is you want. But I feel like for most of you that if you're not in this now, you've come out of it. But there is a need for you to take care of yourself here, Sagittarius. So my battery died. I looked up and it was dead, and I don't know where it was. So just gonna kind of backtrack a little bit here. So this might be a repeat for you because I just don't really want to take the card out and look and see where did it end. And I really want to stay here in this energy for you. Now, yeah, so what I was saying to you is that I do feel like you're in need of some healing, okay, and that you have been supporting other people and taking care of them. And I do feel like, as I was saying about the Eight of Cups, I really hope it picked that up, is that the outcome, it's like with tarot and anything, the outcome in the future that you want for yourself is up to you. This change, we believe, this rebirth, this new life, that is happening. I can see that here on the table. And it could include that you've left somebody really deep behind, or you're leaving them behind and you're grieving now, or that they're coming into your life because you've taken this time. But what I want to say is that you are in charge of what the outcome is, okay, and the choices that you make. And that's just a message to you, messages to you from Spirit to remind you of that, to take care of yourself, to be strong. You are possibly in the midst of change now, or it's coming for you, but there is new love for you. You just want to make sure, look closely at the choices you're making. For some of you, this is going to be an old/new love, a reunion. It could be someone way from your past, or it could be even someone that you were having these conflicts with. So take this as it resonates. But regardless, I can see here with the Eight of Cups that you had been feeling like you were left behind. And I do feel like for some of you that this is you moving on. Really, that you've taken this time, that you're nurturing yourself. Some of you do have children, and it could be with this person, and that you're moving on. And, getting the strength to move on here with the King of Wands and allowing this new love to come in. Just be careful with your choices and make sure that you are healed so that, enough, I want to say, because are we ever really, when do we say we're healed? We're not. Life is a series of lessons and, hits here and there, and getting up and brushing ourselves off and continuing on. So I guess what I want to say is when you feel ready to come out of this, maybe you are now and that's why you're here today, but when you feel ready to come out of this, some of you to move on, you are going to have choices for love again. Okay? I want you to know that, Sag. And you have people around you. It's very clear. Let's get another here. Then I just clarify a little bit with this mini Rider-Waite tarot deck. It's in German as well. Maybe you learn some German if you wanted. Sometimes I've had a message from someone and they're like, what the heck is Königin der Kelch? I'm like, okay, that's the Queen of Cups. Yeah, so maybe you can learn some German here as well. It's kind of fun. It's a hard language, I will tell you. I've been here for quite some time. Thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels. Can you give us, well, that one just sunk right back in. Here we go. The Ace of Swords. Wow, that's interesting. So yeah, some of you are coming to this new, you are kind of awakening, I feel like. To some of you from this connection, you are moving on. It does look to be that some of you are moving on from some of the conflict, and some of you might still be, there might be some new conflict if this person is coming back. So take that as it resonates. I actually want to clarify that, but I'm going to get one more for you. Here we go. Wow, the Hierophant card. Well, that's a really interesting card. So there's some Taurus energy, Sagittarius. Take that as you will. Could be that for some of you, you were kind of staying with somebody for a long time because you felt like you had to, okay? For the children or a child, or just based on your upbringing, that sort of thing. It could be vice versa, so take it as it resonates. It's not going to be for everybody. But Yeah, and you could still feel that energy that people have this expectation from you of what you're supposed to do. And so this choice that you have is even harder for you, this change that's taking place, because you just, who doesn't want something to work? But sometimes also we feel really like deep in it because of what other people want for us. And I know for myself, when my father was alive, I was touring around. I'm a musician as well. And people were always asking me like, why don't you have a partner? Why aren't you married? Whatever. And I just got so sick of it. And I really didn't have a problem with it. I enjoyed being single and dating and traveling and whatever. I did what I did, which is actually how I ended up here and met my partner. Save that for another day. I don't want to bore you. I just want to say that I remember at one point feeling like I needed to settle down and I needed to hurry up and meet someone so that everyone could stop worrying about me, and they would stop asking me. And my father too, he wanted me, he's since passed away, but he wanted the best for me, as, parents do. And he wanted me to have love. And, yeah, and there were points in my life where I felt like, that I needed to prove to him or whoever that I was lovable, but also just to kind of live up to their expectations is what I want to say. Okay, so the choices that you make are about you, Sagittarius, in your life, and affect you in your life and possibly some children in your life. So take that into account. But if you're in a situation where you're not happy, or you've left and you just weren't happy and you're feeling pressure to go back, just take a look at what it is that you want, because you do have choices here, okay? And this is your choice and what's best for you, and possibly if you have children, your children or your child. Okay, I didn't mean to go off there. I just felt, those messages felt like they needed to come through. Don't know. Look at this. I was just going to clarify the Ace of Swords, and the Three of Cups came up. Okay, so now with the Ace of Swords, this is, you coming to some kind of conclusion. And look, also what I didn't tell you, which you probably already saw, is there's a wreath there, so possibly a reunion. And look, here's the Three of Cups. So I feel like that this is representing possibly a reunion with maybe family and friends and the people that love you and that surround you. And so for some of you, you might not even have told your family or friends that you're apart from somebody. So take this as it resonates. That's going to be for a very special group of people, but I do feel like that message needed to come through because you've been in a change that not everybody knows about, okay? And the other thing is that it could be that you meet your next person, okay, at this celebration or a celebration. Yeah, so say yes to that if you're being invited to something. Because it could also mean here that this is a friend, somebody you've known for a while, and you guys take it to another level. So take that as it resonates, or somebody in your circle. But either way, things are looking good for you. There is change here. Yes, and it's difficult, or you've come out of that now and you've moved on, but new love is coming for you. Okay, whether this is somebody that you're reconnecting with that you are sure about, or somebody new. But because there are reunions in terms of celebrations with your family and friends, but also quite possibly for some of you with another person. Okay, so take that as it resonates. Let me just get a little bit on the Hierophant here card. I just want to know a little bit more about this. Oh, look, expectations and conformity here. Look, it's the Wheel of Fortune. So it's a turning point. Yeah, I really feel like some of you are almost sort of like, whatever, I'm going against what everybody thinks. And that is going to be a turning point for you if it hasn't been already. And you're going to, probably start spilling the beans, some of you that haven't already, when you go through this change, when you see your family and friends. Take that as it resonates. That won't be for everybody. Okay, I'm going to read for you a Zodiac Moon reading card. What do you have? What message do you have for Sagittarius here? These are some big cards. There we go. Came flying out. Okay, choose duties and responsibilities carefully. Eclipse and Virgo, reorganization. the number 3, which in numerology is about expressing yourself and people, like groups, and growing. This is exactly what we're talking about. I really feel like this is a lot like kind of connecting steel to the Wheel of Fortune in the Hierophant card, because I do feel like you were making some choices in the past based on what other people wanted for you, or just kind of not wanting to face it, you know, just to whatever people might say or whatever the reason is. And, you know, maybe something in this picture is resonating for you, you know, with the haystack. And that almost looks like the blood moon that we are coming out of right now. So that's interesting. But yeah, reorganization, I think this is more about your thoughts. And, you know, with 3 being about groups and growth, we know that you're going through change now. And I feel like that some of that is going to come to light when you get together with your people. And choose duties and responsibilities carefully. I really feel like that this is exactly what you're doing or what you have been doing. And some of you are going against what is expected of you because you're not happy and it's not what you wanted and you're moving on. Okay? And look, choose duties and responsibilities carefully. And this also here, you know, is also tied into the 7 of Cups for you with a lot of choices. Okay? Let me just get one super attractor card for you. I set them aside with the idea I might, and now I feel like I really want to get one for you. So this is the super attractor deck. Can you give me one for Sagittarius, please? Whoa! Okay, this whole thing flew, but this was holding on, so I'm going to keep this one here. When I'm connected to spirit, I feel a sense of certainty, magnitude, and ease that I've never known before. Yeah, look, choose duties responsibly and responsibles. Jeez. And responsibilities carefully. Reorganization. Yeah, I trust in spirit for sure, because you're in change now, or it's coming. And you are going to have an opportunity to have new love again, whether that's connecting with someone that you really want to reconnect with, maybe even from way in the past, or somebody new coming in. But trust yourself and, you know, and the connection that you feel and the choices that you're making, your intuition, which is also spirit guiding you. Let me get you one more totem. Here is your totem charm box. I do not look, I don't want to be influenced because there's different sizes in here. Okay, there's quite a few coming out. All right, first of all, here we have the clovers again, look, and an angel. So there's definitely, and luck is on your side, the change, and you are being guided. Now we also have a guitar. This could quite simply mean you're a musician, or the person you're going to meet, or the person maybe you want to have a that you reunite with. It could even be way far back as a musician. But the other thing about receiving a guitar or a music note is that it means peace and harmony. So it could be that you just need to make peace with yourself or with this other person in order to move on. And there are 2 beads here, so that leads me to believe that could be with another person. You also have, look, this beautiful bird here, which is all about change and growth for you, and just soaring high above the problems. And I really feel like you have been. Some of you have moved on already. Some of you are moving on. And look, that's a swan. That's soulmate twin flame energy. So I do really feel, I'm going to put this here, I do really feel like that you guys, that some of you are, whoa, this is sticking to my sweater, that some of you are kind of calling in your person now, or calling back. So take that as it resonates, but just be careful, okay? And yeah, look, here's a star. So you definitely are seeing things in a different way. I feel like you are taking your cues from spirit and taking care of yourself. Some of you have moved on. You have seen the light. You do feel guided. That's a really great thing. There is love coming back for you or to you, Sagittarius. So stay strong to get through these changes here. Be careful with your choices. Take good care of yourself. If you're not, make sure you're taking time out. And that is your reading for today, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for being here. Take good care of yourself. I'll see you next time. Bye.